Standard 23.4. 121.64 is inside standard 122 even.
Tinh英大師跑第一，贏馬嘅係嘉應高升啊！嘉應高升神操咁贏啊！精英大師就跑第一，精英大師第一，嘉應高升收姜贏2級賽呢場相當輕鬆啊！精英大師跑第一，精英大師贏第14場大馬，嘉應高升咪已經16連勝。精英大師應該可以完成17連捷啦，冇錯啦！精英大師完成17連捷。接近終點，嘉應高升，我哋嘅馬王啊！
Off that, whereas most horses that run those sort of sectionals, by the end of the 1200 metres, they're feeling the pinch. But Kaying Rising to date seemingly doesn't have a ceiling. So try as we will, we'll continue to try and run him down. We got close once.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I've been able to ride against some pretty good horses, over my career, and the likes of Black Caviar and then even Winks. So yeah, he's unbeatable. I think he's the way he does it. He'd have to have an off day to get beat anytime soon.
A few of the jockeys that have run behind the world's best sprinter, Kaying Rising, as he gears up for 17 in a row as we approach the first of our Group 1 features here this afternoon at Sharpton. The Group 1 Centenary Sprint Cup, Jenny, and he's demoralised a few horses, hasn't he?
Well, you just got that feeling that we're about to see something really special once again. Can't wait for him to just make his presence felt here in the parade. Everyone's queued up to have a look at this champion racehorse, and fingers crossed all goes well and we see the superstar at his absolute best here again today.
Yep, of course, the last horse that was shooting for 17 in a row was the great Golden 60, and he was defeated this day, albeit in the Stewards Cup, of course, by Waikuku. His main dangers here, Jenny, obviously fast network, but he's still got many lengths to find. Also Helios Express, but wouldn't put it past Raging Blizzard to run a good race again today too.
I don't think he's got a competitor, really, I don't. But there's a lot of prize money up for second, third, fourth and fifth and even sixth. One horse will miss out here. Look, I agree with you, Fast Network, he's probably the Cornella horse in the race, but I just think off his trial, Kaying Rising, what he did and what he has done, he's going to jump well, hopefully, and he should put links on him at the start, and I think he'll jump, lead and win.
Yeah, let's head over to Paul Elliott and Nick Childs now, and he jumped so fast out of the gates that day in that most recent barrier trial. Is that the case again, boys, that he just goes lickety-split off the front here?
Look, I mean, possibly, Tom. I mean, look, when you look at ratings and figures, he's a country mile clear of anything else. And look, they're not bad horses in this race, Paul, let's be honest. But they sort of broke the mould when they made a horse like Kaying Rising.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I think he will. I think he looks the only real leader in the race. He's drawn inside Beauty Waves. He's the other one that could lead. I mean, there's a horse called Tomodachi Kokoro in the race who's a stablemate, so he's not going to put any pressure on Kaying Rising. So I think he'll just go to the front and keep improving.
Okay, well, Tom, back to you and Jenny as the parade is about to start then for the first of our Group 1s.
Yes, thank you, guys. It's the first leg of the Speed Series. Of course, we head towards the Queen Silver Jubilee Cup after this, and then it's a Champions Day with the Chairman's Sprint Prize. Triple Trio is more than $200,000 left after the first leg. Let's start with Raging Blizzard. I think you could make a genuine case, Jenny, that he might even be going better than Helios Express at the moment.
Well, it was a fantastic run from him last time he stepped out. Now he's been clipped out. His coat last time was a little bit woolly and a little bit on the dull side, but that coat that's coming through is actually looking really quite good. He's nice and relaxed. He's your average height. He's got really good muscle tone in the shoulder. Fluency is okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and his attitude's very good. So he's good.
That is Raging Blizzard. No match. I don't think there's much between him and his stablemate here this afternoon. Raging Blizzard and, of course, Helios Express. There he is on screen, the world's best sprinter at 1-1. The parade ring in and around it is absolutely packed here, Jenny, to get a glimpse of the superstar racehorse.
He looks magnificent as usual. What a beautiful horse he is, and under control with his two handlers here. He's got plenty of size and scope. He's athletic. He doesn't walk out totally smoothly. That's normal. That's very normal for him. It's only very minor, but it does not affect his action, that's for sure. We've seen how fast he goes and how good he is, and he looks so fit and healthy, and he's well behaved too, which is a positive as well.
Okay, there he is then, the champion, and mightily impressive in this race 12 months ago. In fact, he's 3 times he's won by 3 or more lengths, and this race last year was one of those occasions. And interestingly enough, obviously, he regrettably isn't unbeaten, and the twice he did get beat was in the month of January, funnily enough, but he bids to join Silent Witness, Scintillation, Sacred Kingdom, Eagle Regiment, beat the clock to win it back-to-back. Here's Helios Express, Jenny. John Size, Hugh Bowman, he has seen the back of Kying Rising probably more times than he cares to remember.
Yeah, there's plenty that have too, and unfortunately he has. He's a good horse in his own right, but he's run into Kying Rising during his career, unfortunately for him. So more seconds than first, but well, actually, he's had 7 wins, to be fair, so he looks in great order. I've got to say, John's turned him out looking as well as he can. He is really free in his action too, and he looks very fit, so he's an interesting runner for the placings.
He's the 3rd favourite in the world, Paul, at $56. Here is Helios Express, and there's certainly been the case made that has he been going as well as he has been in his last couple of starts. Here is the 2nd favourite, Jenny, at $52. Fast network through the world, Paul, and he ran a super race last time out behind Kying Rising. Should he run well here, he's certainly maybe a horse that they're taking to the El Quoz with James McDonald.
Yeah, look, quite possibly, and he might be able to do a good job overseas as well. This horse, he looks the part. He's a really strong, healthy-looking horse. He's got a good attitude. They might have used him up a little bit early last time too, so a slight excuse when he finished 3rd. Not that he would have beaten Kying Rising, but he could have finished maybe a fraction closer. But I think he looks strong and healthy and well. He does look good. He's a nice horse.
He could be very interesting, especially with straight course racing. He's proved very handy at that as well. Fast network. He's improving all the time, it would seem. Tomodachi Kokoro here, Jenny. Well, he's created his own bit of sort of history and legend and story. He's improved out of all recognition. How does he look?
He looks good. He's behaving himself well. He's walking out nice and freely. He's got plenty of length about him. He's also got some body strength. 1,213 pounds. Scales say he's dropped 42 pounds. I don't know where that's gone. He still looks the same. He looks well. So nothing wrong with him. He looks well.
That is Tomodachi Kokoro. Certainly needs to improve a little bit on his last run there for 5th behind Storm Rider down at Group 3 level there in the Chinese Club Challenge Cup. Does Tomodachi Kokoro. He's 84-1 on the world pool is Tomodachi Kokoro, David Hayes and Harry Bentley. Every time Kying Rising comes past around the seats here in the parade ring, the camera phones follow him right around the parade ring. Here is Beauty Waves now, just struggling at the moment, Jenny. Beauty Waves, Matthew Chadwick and Tony Cruz.
Yep, he's off an international rating of 108, Beauty Waves. He's a beautiful horse. He really is lovely, but you're quite right, Tom. He's struggling, and I need to see him return to a little bit of form. He's right up against it, as the rest of the field are against Kying Rising here, but to be fair, the horse has been turned out well. He looks nice. He's very strong and healthy, and he's fluent in his action.
He's a pound higher than his domestic mark of 107, so he's a very handy horse in his day. 0 from 4 though this grade, he could well be up against it for sure. And lucky with you, Luke Ferraris and Frankie Law. No 8-year-old has ever won this race, Jenny, but he's a very admirable performer.
Look, he definitely is. He's a winner of 8 races. He's amassed over $24 million. So you'd like to own one like him. And unfortunately, he's drawn gate 7. I think if he's going to feature in the placings, he probably needed a closer inside draw. But another one that's been beautifully turned out by Frankie Law. Lovely and strong. He always parades well, and he does look good again here today. So He won't be ruled out on looks.
He's at $99 on the world. Paul is lucky with you. And Luke Ferraris rides for Frankie Law as runners are about to head out. The best presented horse about to be judged in a moment. Looks like it will be Kaying Rising. As we head over to Jack Dorling, who's standing by with the man of the moment. It's the trainer of the world's best sprinter, Kaying Rising, David Hayes.
But there is only one man we could speak to before today. Kaying Rising, Centenary Sprint Cup, 1.05. David Hayes, how's the camp feeling ahead of today?
Look, we're confident. We just hope that he gets a good run in transit. And I feel he's in the same form as he was on International Day. And what I'm loving about him, he's getting calmer. One of his weaknesses was he get a bit uptight. So his manners are very, very good walking around today.
And of course he has the chance to match Silent Witness's record. Does that add to the pressure of the event for you, or is it just another race for him?
It doesn't help. Look, I'd love him. He's got so close to getting it. I just love him to get it. And then hopefully he can get it and then break it. And it'll be a very hard record to break.
And of course he was very impressive last start in the Hong Kong Sprint. He's done well since?
He's probably as good or better.
And Tomodachi Kokoro, just a quick word on him.
Look, we've had him in the Weight Watchers. He's dropped about 30 pounds and he's back to his winning weight. So hopefully he can run a good race and hopefully run into the money.
Well, thank you very much and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack, and it's always great to have that access from the trainer David Hayes there prior to each and every start that he lines up for Kaying Rise. He's been so good with the media, Jenny has. David, obviously Australia and back here, always gives time to everyone who wants to hear more about Kaying Rise.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's fantastic with everybody and with the horse, of course, and he's hot off a winner in the last race as well. Fingers crossed all goes well for Kaying Rising, and we just see this superstar at his absolute best. There he is on screen. He looks a treat. He goes on top from the paddock. I couldn't fold him. He looks terrific as usual. So he's on top of number 3, Fast Network. He's a lovely strong horse too, beautifully behaved. The 2-horse Helios Express, that's as good as I've seen him. He looks well, so he should be strong at the end of this race. And next best would be the 7, and that is Lucky For You, who's probably out of it really as far as chances go, but he does parade well, and that's the job. 1, 3, 2 and 7.
Thank you, Jenny. 1, 3, 2 and 7. He's 1 and 1 here, a mark through the whirlpool is Kaying Rising, looking for 17 wins in a row. Of course, a sequence which kicked off on the 12th of February 2024.
It did, Tom, and to add to the onesies, the on-top selection too is number 1 and should add another 1 to the record. Each trial between runs was very good. It was excellent, actually. And since we saw him on International Day beating Raging Blizzard, he's just beaten these horses before. It's 126 pounds at set weights. He's just going to win unless he has a really off day or misses the start hopelessly. You just cannot see everything going to plan. The others getting near him. They haven't before. Why change here? 1 on top to beat number 3, Fast Network. He's only having his second go in Group 1 companies. First, he ran 3rd behind Kaying Rising. Really liked his trial up at Chung Fa. Not saying for a minute that he's going to beat Kaying Rising, but he has trialled impressively leading into this and lightly tried in that Group 1 company. He goes in for second. 4 Raging Blizzard. Just love this horse. 72 a win. 3.3 a place. Brenton Avdullah's had 6 rides on him. He's placed 5 times. He's yet to win, but in those placings, he's been behind some really good horses, including Kaying Rising. No reason why he won't be running on at the end again today and looking like a place chance. And Helios Express, 5th behind Kaying Rising, wasn't massive on his trials between runs either. He was beaten by this horse so often, Helios Express. Just not sure where he's at, and I think a few of the others in the race might be going a little better than him at the moment, but he just wins, Paul. As everything goes to plan, quarter goes to plan, he'll still win. 1, 3, 4, 2, race 6. Yeah,
it'd be a shock if he gets beaten. He picks himself, he's on top. Fast Network off the back of that really good trial. Helios Express coming back into a bit of form. And Raging Blizzard, who did run second to him last start. 1, 3, 2, 4 for me, Nick.
Look, I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as easy as that. Look, can't add much more to Kaying Rising. Helios Express in for second. Maybe he can give him a bit of a race. He has done in the past, but it's always proved a bit of a task, it seems. Fast Network in. He's improving nicely in the last 6 months. He's now up to a rating of 115 locally, so he is a proper sprinter, this fellow. And Raging Blizzard, I don't think will be too far away of those chasing the champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, Tom.
Yes, 1, 3, 4 and 2 here. Kaying Rising absolutely picks himself. What a week and a half he's had. Obviously, time form, horse of the year. Second equal best horse on the Longines International rankings, which came out middle of the week. The best sprinter on those ratings. And here he is looking for 17 in a row. David Hayes and Zach Purton. Track record here is 1:7.2. Can he break his own track record here this afternoon on this good to firm track? There's a little bit of a breeze about around the front. He's on top. Kaying Rising. Trial was super. In the second is Fast Network. I think he is certainly the main horse outside of the rest here that can pick up second placing, the son of Road. He's obviously got an entry for the El Quaz over in Dubai. J-Mac will be heading across there to ride him. He rides here this afternoon. His trial up at Chungfa looked good. Not sure he was probably in the best part of the track last time out as well, Fast Network. In the third, I've got number 4, and that is Raging Blizzard. Again, I don't think there's a lot between him and his stablemate Helios Express, but I feel like he's going better than Helios Express at the moment as Raging Blizzard. And Helios Express in for fourth. There's certainly been some conjecture about where he might be at the moment, certainly leading into the Jockey Club Sprint. And then he, of course, ran 5th on International Day behind Kaying Rising. And he's had 2 quiet trials. He's put on a bit of weight since his last run as well as Helios Express. 1, 3, 4 and 2, Jenny.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to go against the champ here. He looks magnificent. I can't wait to see him in action once again, Kaying Rising. So fingers crossed all goes well when they jump out of the gates and he shows how good he really is to the world once again. He's on top of number 3, Fast Network, who's a lovely, strong type of horse. Well drawn in gate number 2 for James McDonald. He's been racing really quite consistently. His last 2 have been behind Kaying Rising. I don't think he can beat him, but he could be the Quinella horse. The 2-horse Helios Express paraded nicely. He looks fit and well. He's very free in his action, and I thought number 7, Lucky With You, is probably a prize money chance, and that's about it really. But he does look well. He often parades well. Getting on a bit now. He's an 8-year-old, but he does look well. So I've gone 1, 3, 2 and 7.
Few shots from out the front there. The Kaying Rising flags are out in full force. And Paul, through the World Pool, he is the absolute raging hot favourite.
Yeah, money back, money back. And the next best is 63s, which is Fast Network. So if you like anything outside the favourite, you're going to do pretty well. Play, I made the forecast 1 to beat 3. Keep it simple. That's 2.3. That forecast 1 to beat 3. But what else have we got there? Money back, money back. Fast Network's been backed on a place line. He's the clear second favourite on the place. He's coming to 1.5 a place. Then 2.6 Helios Express for a place. 2.7 Raging Blizzard. 9.2 Lucky With You and 11 Beauty Waves. For a 7-horse field, there's 3 horses over 100 to 1, and one of them's pretty close at 94 in Raging Blizzard.
Yes, so big prices outside of the favourite here. Of course, this is the first leg of the Speed Series. The second leg, of course, is the Queen Silver Jubilee Cup over the 1,400 metres. And then the third leg of the Speed Series comes up on FWD Champions Day. Of course, there is a bonus as well for the Speed Series, Jenny. And Silent Witness, it's a record that has stood for 20-odd years, 17 in a row, and here we are in 2026 for the horse that's about to match that.
Yep, look, he was a champion racehorse. We all loved and enjoyed what Silent Witness did, and we're doing exactly the same with this horse as well at the moment. I did see Felix could say just a few moments ago he is here on track, and of course Tony Cruz is here as well. And yes, that record has stood for a long time. Hopefully he can equal it today, and he'll probably go on from there as well.
Here he is on screen, the World Pool favourite at 1 and 1. And I don't even think, Paul, that we've totally seen Zach Purton fully gear him up and absolutely let the shackles off, have we?
No, not yet. Not at all. And he has David Hayes with that wry smile of his. He always says he seems to be getting calmer and better. So watch out with Kaying Rising. But look, just looking through the money, there's just all the money's gone through one horse, as you'd expect. Kaying Rising, there's just nothing running on any of the others. The horse is being backed for a place, though. Helios Express, 2.2, 1.5 Fast Network, 4.2 Tomodachi Kokoro. So just punters looking at who's going to run second and third, I think.
Look at those shots that we just saw there of a massive crowd here today at Sharp in the parade ring around the bowl of the parade ring prior to our first Group 1 was absolutely chocker. It's half empty now. Everyone has headed around the front to gear up for the first of our Group 1s here this afternoon. Part of the world pool. It is the Centenary Sprint Cup with嘉應rising. Looking to match the great Silent Witness here. He's at 1-1. There's only a couple left to load. Let's head to our race caller. It's Mark McNamara.
Thank you, Thomas. Tomodachi Kokoro goes in. D's revved up the crowd. We wait for Fast Network to get set. Place money, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1-1. Horse 1.嘉應rising. Centenary Sprint Cup field ready. Starter just waiting for the all clear from the back as they attempt to get the gate. Snapshot behind Fast Network. It's there now. They're racing. Midfield away,嘉應rising, but he just has too much early pace and quickly takes the lead. Beauty Waves, and on the inside, Helios Express from Tomodachi Kokoro. Lucky With You, second last, Fast Network, and Raging Blizzard last of all.嘉應rising being looked at here by Beauty Waves, and Purton's going to let him go. A length away third, Lucky With You from Tomodachi Kokoro. Helios Express, Fast Network, and Raging Blizzard. The leader is now Beauty Waves with 6.75 to go. Over嘉應rising to his outside, and 3 wide, Lucky With You. Helios Express fourth, and then came Fast Network. Raging Blizzard and Tomodachi Kokoro at the point of the turn, 4.50 to go. Beauty Waves leads, but嘉應rising quickly swept on by, and he heads past the Silent Witness statue with 300 to go. 3 in front of Lucky With You, then Fast Network and Helios Express, 200 to go.嘉應rising is 3, 4 in front of Helios Express, and then Fast Network. We've waited 20 plus years, but Silent Witness, he gets company with 17 wins in a row. Those wins from嘉應rising. He beat Helios Express and either Fast Network or Raging Blizzard. Then Tomodachi Kokoro. Next in Beauty Waves, and last in is Lucky With You. 17 in a row.嘉應rising. Ease down. Helios Express second. 1-1 the winner. 2 a place. And Fast Network number 3. At 1.5 will be third. Purton, Hayes, Bowman Size, McDonald Yip, 1, 2, 3, and he still hasn't been let go. We wait for the time. He's been eased down, so 1.7.2 should be well out of the equation. Purton let Beauty Waves go, and with 300 metres to go, when he whooshed past the Silent Witness statue, he thought, I'm booking a place for one of my own here. The judge is yet to confirm third. 1 and 2 are in the frame, 107.66. He could have gone so much faster. And he's done it easily and scored by a length and a half on Helios Express. Much better from him today, but again, he's had to chase home that regular tail that he so often does of嘉應rising. And for 17 wins in a row, let's hear from the equal record holders jockey now. Here's Nick with Zach Purton.
Yes, thank you very much, Mark. Zach, many congratulations. This is certainly a movie we never mind watching over and over. That's phase 1 of Operation 18, done and dusted. Well done.
It's a good movie to be a part of. No, what can I say? We've said it all. What a horse.
It just looks so simple today, Zach.
It was, yeah. I just had Ferraris on my outside, sort of. I didn't know if he wanted to get outside me and try and hold me there, if he was going to sit off me. But I just had to make sure my bloke was in a rhythm. I'm surprised he ran the time he ran, because it didn't feel like we went that quick.
Really?
Sort of mid-early race, but yeah, he's different class.
He certainly is. And as you turn down the straight there, Zach, obviously we've got that lovely bronze, the Silent Witness. And he fought for the great horse. Obviously you've levelled him now. You and I both know how good he was. Everybody knows how good he was, and amazing for a horse to level it.
I never thought I would see it, to be honest. Yeah, it's very, very rare what Silent Witness did and what嘉應been able to do so far. And let's hope he can keep going on with it.
Let's hope so. Well done.
Thanks, Nick.
Starter just waiting for the all clear from the back as they attempt to get the gate. Snapshot behind Fast Network. It's there now. They're racing. Midfield away, Kaying Rising, but he just has too much early pace and quickly takes the lead. Beauty Waves, and on the inside, Helios Express from Tomodachi Kokoro. Lucky With You, second last, Fast Network, and Raging Blizzard last of all. Kaying Rising being looked at here by Beauty Waves, and Purton's going to let him go. A length away third, Lucky With You from Tomodachi Kokoro. Helios Express, Fast Network, and Raging Blizzard. The leader is now Beauty Waves with 6.75 to go. Over Kaying Rising to his outside, and 3 wide, Lucky With You. Helios Express fourth, and then came Fast Network. Raging Blizzard and Tomodachi Kokoro at the point of the turn, 4.50 to go. Beauty Waves leads, but Kaying Rising quickly swept on by, and he heads past the Silent Witness statue with 300 to go. 3 in front of Lucky With You, then Fast Network and Helios Express, 200 to go. Kaying Rising is 3-4 in front of Helios Express, and then Fast Network. We've waited 20 plus years, but Silent Witness, he gets company with 17 wins in a row. Those wins from Kaying Rising.
And geared right down for the victory as well. The time 1:07.66. We heard the immediate aftermath there from Zach with Nick regarding the time, and he didn't feel that they went that quick today, but still 1:07.66 on the clock. The victory by a length and a quarter, and 2 lengths there. Paul with the winner home at 1.05 in the World Pool.
Yeah, 10.50, 10.10 for a place. 20 about the second, 15 about the third. Quinella 1 and 2, 40.50. Forecast 1 to beat 2, 44. TS 1, 2, 3, 75. The trio 1, 2, 3, 30. And Jenny, what more can we say?
Well, it was just a walk in the park, really, for him, wasn't it? I mean, he didn't jump brilliantly today, and he ended up sitting second behind Beauty Waves. But as Zach said, he just wanted to make sure he wasn't blocked in. He got into a nice rhythm, and to his outside was Lucky With You, who actually covered some ground. He was 3 wide, no cover throughout, so it didn't help his cause either. Not that he was going to ever beat this horse. What a champion he is. What an amazing animal, and just so fantastic to see him do it in the flesh. What a horse.
Here we go, the bell's back. The connections are all going to have a turn at ringing this. 17 wins, a record equalled here in Hong Kong, of course. The great Silent Witness, 20-odd years. And the connections there with the bell that Purton did ring many times when he was looking to break the winning rides record here in Hong Kong of last season. And they've given that bell a good yank and a good ring there, Paul, and we can't wait to see that come out when he lines up here for the Queen's Silver Jubilee.
Exactly. Zach lost the reins there for a sec, didn't he? He picked them up quick enough, though, afterwards. So, yeah, look, there we go. Just enjoying the celebrations, and, of course, we'll probably see that bell once more.
Yes, and of the rest there, Jenny, outside of Kaying Rising, who was just superb once again. Helios Express, much better today, and he ran through the line really strongly at the end too.
Well, he did, but, you know, with Kaying being eased down on the line, it probably just flattered him a little bit like that. But he is a very good horse in his own right. You're quite right, and it was a nice effort, and he picks up a really nice prize money cheque of over $2.7 million.
Fast Network, Paul, he was there for third, so nice enough tune-up for him again.
Yeah, a little bit further back than I would have thought in the run, but look, he, as you say, he finished off strongly enough there for third, so he probably did the best he could, and then the Raging Blizzard was making ground late to get into that fourth position. So simple as 1, 2, 3, 4 as it turned out.
David Hayes speaking to Kaying Rising's regular track work rider there in the green and white shirt there is at the head of the horse as well, of course, travelled down to Australia with him. I guess that was probably not somewhat the surprise, Paul, but Beauty Waves, who hadn't been leading, opted to take up that position today.
Yeah, look, they wanted to try something different with you know, with Beauty Waves, obviously trying to get Kaying Rising beaten by not leading, but look, Zach wasn't having a bar, but he was happy to let Beauty Waves go, and yeah, his only danger was getting trapped in, which didn't happen.
So he is the Centenary Sprint Cup winner this year, is Kaying Rising. Once again, they have weighed in here on race number 6, by the way, so dividends are all clear for a payout on our 6th of the afternoon. So after this, Jenny, he is headed towards the Queen's Silver Jubilee over the 1,400 metres, and that means after that, he's only got one more run left for this season, of course, FWD Champions Day.
Yeah, look, it's a shame we're not going to see more of him, isn't it? But, you know, there's limited races that he's eligible for here. And, of course, they'll be going for the Everest once again after winning it last season as well. But, you know, just an absolute joy to watch this. And you know, what is fantastic too, Tony, David Hayes, when he has this horse, all the stable staff get together. You know, it's a real stable affair. Everyone puts in, you know, it's a very much a teamwork effort. And obviously he's got his own Marfu there, but they've got the track work riders and all the staff and the vet and everything that is involved. So it's a big operation, and they have a wonderful horse, and they're enjoying the rewards here.
So they'll get that all-important photo that all the owners strive for here in Hong Kong, out on the turf in front of the winning post. And of course, Paul, the Queen Silver Jubilee Cup that comes up on the 22nd of February on the Sunday card there, a couple of weeks after, or 1 week or so around Chinese New Year there, and that will be an occasion to certainly mark down on the calendar when he's shooting for 18 in a row.
Yes, so if you're overseas and you want to come and see history being made, then book your tickets now for the 22nd of February. But you can see he's got a massive turnout, and as Jenny was just saying, he is a people's horse, isn't he,嘉應Rising? The crowd absolutely love him here.
They certainly do, and all the connections there. The owners with the flags here this afternoon, and I can imagine, Jenny, coming up to the 22nd of February in around about 4 or so weeks' time, there'll be an absolute cast of thousands here.
I'm sure, and I hope there are, because he is something special. To be able to witness him do what he's done, we've had a superb day as far as weather goes. The track's in great condition as well. And he just got a little bit of pressure in the early stages there, but he shrugged that off and he went on to win it so comfortably once again. And we've never really seen him let go or under any sort of pressure in a finish either. So I don't know if we've even seen the best of him yet.
And I wonder, Paul, when they are going to cut the ribbons on him.
Yeah, I look forward to that day. But look, they don't need to, do they? He just does what he needs to do and does it easily enough. So.
各位來賓，100週年紀念短途盃頒獎儀式現在開始。
Ladies and gentlemen, the trophy presentation ceremony for the Centenary Sprint Cup will now commence.
各位馬迷需要你最熱烈嘅恭賀！全球最佳短途賽區嘉應高昇成功衛冕1級賽，100週年紀念短途盃取得17連勝，追平精英大師保持多年嘅紀錄。喺呢度我哋恭喜晒嘉應高昇！ Woo! Absolutely incredible! Our horse of the year, world's best sprinter, also rated the second highest Longines world's best racehorse. 嘉應 Rising has just equaled Silent Witness's Hong Kong record of 17 consecutive wins by capturing a second Group 1 Centenary Sprint Cup at Sha Tin today. Huge congratulations once again to 嘉應 Rising！ 而家我哋有請我哋香港賽馬會董事陳顯利醫生，將100週年紀念短途杯以及小型獎杯頒發俾我哋勝出頭馬嘉應高升嘅馬主嘉應團體嘅。我哋有請梁生就係接受我哋嘅獎杯嘅。咁當然咧，唔好唔記得我哋嘅小型獎杯，有請梁太代表接受。Club Steward Dr. Henry Chan has just presented the Centenary Sprint Cup and miniature to winning owner, Ka Ying Syndicate of Ka Ying Rising, our winning horse, received by Mr. and Mrs. Leung. Thank you so much. 繼續我哋有請陳醫生就係將小型獎杯頒發俾我哋勝出馬匹嘅練馬師戴維希斯㗎。Dr. Chan is now presenting the miniature to winning trainer, David Hayes. Woo! 繼續有請陳醫生就係將小型獎杯頒發俾我哋勝出馬匹嘅騎師潘頓。And lastly, may Dr. Chan also present a miniature to Zach Purton, our winning jockey. 再次恭喜晒！而跟住落嚟，我哋有請我哋台上咁多位嘅嘉賓留一留步，影張大合照㗎。Let's all look forward to all our media friends here today. Huge congratulations to Ka Ying Rising and Ka Ying Syndicate. 再次恭喜晒嘉應高升。Thank you so much, thank you， 多謝晒咁多位。嚟到呢度，我哋嘅頒獎儀式已經圓滿結束。陣間我哋第8場賽事之後就係董事杯，到時嘅頒獎禮再見。This is the end of the trophy presentation. See you at the Stewards Cup trophy presentation after race 8.
Here at Sharton, the Group 1 racing is not done and dusted yet. We've got the Stewards Cup coming up at a bit after 4 o'clock. Here we go from the start, and Ka Ying Rising in the centre, away well, but Beauty Waves and the baldy white face had design certainly on leading here this afternoon. You heard in the interview there post-race that Luke Ferraris was just sitting on the outside here at this point with Lucky With You, Tomodachi Kokodo, Helios Express, and then came Fast Network and Raging Blizzard back at the end of the field, but rolling down the side here, and didn't want to get caught on the fence here. Paul did Zach, and he moved off the rail at about the 600 metres to come up and move around Beauty Waves.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to get trapped in there, but unfortunately for that, they left Lucky With You 3 wide. Hasn't pushed the button yet, Zach, and Beauty Waves still leading. Now he starts just to give him a little bit of a click up, and that was the end of the race.
Yep, he was off and gone with the prize here. Helios Express getting through one off, looking to stay on, and then you've got Fast Network and wider on the track there as well. Staying on over the final stages was Raging Blizzard. So in the end, it was as easy as that. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Following the running of the Group 1 Centenary Sprint Cup, Nick.
Indeed. Thank you, Tom. There it is. 17 straight, a record equalled. And we look forward to the next appearance of this great horse, of course, in his bid to break the straight wins record here in Hong Kong. But what a performance he put in today. 23.65, standards 23.55, 22.07, standards 22.20, and 21.94, standards 22.40, 107.66. Standard is 108.15 there for race number 6, which was the Centenary Sprint Cup.
Paul has the dealership trained galloper All's Well installed the favourite.
Yeah, this looks wide open, this race. Big Time Generation at 7.3. Forza Toro out to 8.8. All's Well the favourite. Positive Smile, he's in the market at 4.7. Meaningful Dragon 23. Lucky Balerian's on debut at 15. 10 Euro Invincible, Big Return 35. 106 Aquaman, Time to 5.14. Proud Box 29. Smiling Falcon at 16, 80 up with Charm, and Sterling Wongchoi at 9.9.
Okay, note the off time here, 3:40. Triple Trio, 66,532 remaining after the first two legs. So plenty still involved in the Triple Trio here this afternoon. Good luck to you as well. But we are 30 minutes out from a start. Field of 14 to take a look at. We're going to start with number 1 here, Jenny. This is Big Time Generation, 7.4 and 2.9 his price.
Yeah, look, he was placed in that blanket finish once again, another one of those horses out of that race, and finished in 3rd position. So I just, querying that field a little bit, but at least he was able to pick up the prize money. He looks fit. He's plain enough horse, but fit enough. Coat's okay. It's not brilliant, but it's certainly okay. And he looks like he's probably there with place claims again. I can't see much wrong with him at all. Might require a little loosen up in front with that off front.
Yeah, I thought he ran a super race last time out. He trialled well to suggest he probably wasn't too far away from doing something Big Time Generation. Here's the favourite, Jenny. All's Well. Dealership Maxime Guillon from 3, and he covered a lot of ground last start.
He sure did. He certainly had an excuse. Now, the horse looks in terrific order. He's really healthy and fit. Just getting a little stirred up with a swish of the tail and on his toes, and now he's settled back down again. Nice individual. Well, he's got a bit of size, scope. He's well put together. He looks fit and healthy and fluent, so he's good.
Okay, good report there for he. Forza Toro, number 2, Ellis Wong and Casper Founds teaming up here with this horse, Jenny. 9.6 his price.
Yeah, look, he's run some decent enough races in Class 3, so the class drop here might give him a chance to go a little better. He's not an overly big horse. He weighs in at 1,120 pounds, probably a bit deceiving on that front. He doesn't look that strong, but he looks fit, and he's got a very relaxed type of attitude. Coat's good. And he's walking out freely enough. A bit of muscle strength in the shoulder as well. He's okay. He's probably there with place claims as well.
Forza Toro, the scale says dropped 42 pounds. What about Positive Smile, Jenny? Obviously had the right sort of gait last time out, but he's been forced back out wide again.
Yeah, look, he's been clipped out, this horse. He looks extremely fit, though, going into this. Yeah, gate 13 for him is not ideal, so he's going to need a bit to go his way, but could not be any fitter. He's very free in that action, too, and he's got a good attitude. I'd have to give him another chance on looks. He's well.
His 5 Meaningful Dragon, Jenny. He's been off a little while, 208 days, but he can go well fresh.
Yeah, he'd had a lot of breaks between his second last and his last run as well. So he's had a trial. Well, we've had 5 of them up at Chung Fa. I think the horse looks okay. He's heavily bandaged in front. He might be carrying a little bit of condition, but he's quite a nice type of horse. Very wintry in his coat, and he is sweating up a touch as well. So I probably want to see him, but if he was to run an okay race, it wouldn't absolutely shock. I don't think he's far off being fully fit.
That race that he won has been a good form race. What about Lucky Balerian here, Jenny, weighing it at 1,325 pounds?
Wow, he is a big boy. He's a huge one. Yeah, look, we've only got I think a handful, or not even, over the 1,300 pounds. And this fellow is huge, yes. He carries a bit of weight around the midsection as well. So I think win, lose or draw, whatever happens here, he's likely to improve with the run. He is a half-brother to Sen Ortoba, this horse, and the mare was very, very good. So interesting runner, but he'll definitely trim up for the run.
Yeah, the behemoth newcomer from Frankie Law stable there. Air Invincible here, Jenny. Andrea Ritzanian Pierron.
I think this horse looks quite well, beautifully behaved with his 2 handlers, just walking out casually, and does look quite fit. Winner of just the 2 from 21, but he's got a bit of size about him. He's certainly okay, so he's a place chance.
Well, we go to a Big Return, but 1 pace last time out. James Orman and Jamie Richards.
One of those horses that came over from Singapore, been a bit disappointing in those 8 starts to date. He remains really fit looking and sweating up a little bit behind, but behaviour's good. For the size of him, he's not that scopy, but He's okay. He's probably a place chance, maybe a place chance on looks.
Horse 9 a bit on his toes here, Jenny. This is Aquaman, Richard Kingscote and Michael Chang.
Yeah, he got tense and toey last time. He's quite a tall horse. He just, the sun's in my eyes here a little bit, so just wait until he gets around this corner. I'll get a better look at him. He does look fit. He's quite healthy in his coat. He's just tense and toey, so I'd like to see him settle down a touch.
Yes, he does need to improve, does Aquaman, Michael Chang and Richard Kingscote. Tennis time to fire. He's got another wide stall here. Zach Burton rides for David Hall. Of course, he was a big price winner 2 runs ago, Jenny.
Covered a bit of ground last time. He's had a few excuses here and there. Parrot mouth on him, very calm and collected type of horse. Looks extremely fit. Looks nice and healthy in his coat as well. Now, weight-wise, he's 1,111 pounds, and he has got a fair bit of scope. I like the way he's parading. I like his attitude. He's pretty chilled out, that's for sure. So he's good.
Okay, that is time to fire. He got the win a couple of starts ago. 11 is Proud Box. Chris So and Vincent Ho teaming up here. His debut was okay on yielding ground. Only been sort of fair since, Jenny.
Yeah, look, tend to agree. He's a bit of a regular at looking good. Or he's only had the 4 starts, but I've given him a wrap on each occasion and put him into the top 4 on 3 times since he's been in here. He's very strong in the shoulder, chest. He looks really fit. He's keen. He's a good walker, and he looks nice and healthy. So I'm hoping to see a better performance from him. He's got to do it from gate number 11, so it won't be easy, but he does look well.
Okay, that is Chris So and Vincent Ho teaming up here from barrier number 11. With 1 pace last time out, but he has been in the market his last 2 as a Proud Box. Here is Smiling Falcon. He has made ground in both of his starts in his last 2, Ginny, for Jimmy Ting and Harry Bentley.
Yeah, he seems to be progressing quite okay off those last couple of efforts. I don't mind the look of him either. He's a neat type. He's strong enough in the chest and shoulder. His behaviour's good. He does appear to be walking out freely. He also looks fit and healthy, so he actually presents quite well. I'll give him an each-way chance at odds.
Yeah, I don't mind the Jimmy Ting runner in this. Up with Charm, Manfred Mann, Matthew Poon. Last of 12 at the Valley last time, Jenny.
Yeah, look, he arrived on a rating of 64. He's down to 45. He was a New Zealand maiden winner prior to coming here, so perhaps he's getting a tour mark where he can compete. He's been poor so far. The horse looks strong. He's just slightly on his toes here and there. He's just slightly warm as well, but he has got strength, so I won't rule him out.
And down to the bottom horse, Jenny, who is Sterling Wong Choi, who moments ago was the place favourite. He is eligible for Class 5 off that rating of 40, which he's been on for his last, coming up today, 4 starts.
Yeah, look, he's in good form, this horse, and he had a bit of an excuse last time. They went fast and he was still there at the end, still managed to finish in 3rd position. So with his lightweight and his good draw and the way he presents, I could give him an each-way chance. He's bandaged on all 4 legs, but he looks good.
Okay, that is Sterling Wong Choi, who has been racing well without winning of late. Right, 5 minutes away from a start, the Waikuku Handicap coming up here, Paul, and the market has all's well on top.
Yeah, again, an open market, as I said, in this race with Big Time Generation 7.6, Forza Toro 10. All's well. He's a loose favourite at 4.3, 5.2 Positive Smile, 23 Meaningful Dragon, 17 Lucky Balerion, 8.8 Hero Invincible, 30 Big Return, Aquaman 83, 15 Time to Fire, Proud Box 27, Smiling Falcon 15, 75 Up with Charm, and Sterling Wong Choi the lightweight at 7.6.
Okay, thank you, Paul. The top 4 from the yard here, Ginny, for the 7th, which on paper looks a fairly open contest.
Yeah, look, it does. I could probably have about 7 of these on looks. I will go with the 11, though, Proud Box. He did parade really well, this horse. Now, I'll be disappointed again if he produces something like he has his last couple, because he just is a really nice-looking horse. He looks fit and healthy, walks out beautifully. So I'm still going to take one more chance with him here. I've got him on top of number 3, All's Well. He paraded well. He looks nice and fit. His form has been consistent, and he's well drawn in gate 3. He looks a solid chance on form and on looks. The 14, Sterling Wong Choi, bandaged on all 4 legs. He looks nice and fit and well as well. And the 12 would be my next choice, and that is Smiling Falcon. His last couple have been better, so hopefully he is on the improve. He looks good. He looks nice and fit and healthy. So a couple of greys in here. I'm going 11, 3, 14 and 12.
Thank you, Jenny. 11, 3, 14, 12, then the numbers here. Proud Box on top with All's Well going in. 14, Sterling Wong Choi. Not without some support, it would seem. And 12, Smiling Falcon. 11, 3, 14 and 12, Jenny's numbers. 3 minutes away from a start here, Mark. Who do you like in the 7th?
Gone the way here, Nick, of number 4, Positive Smile, plus £7. And he was a last start winner from a good draw. Made him the best, and we'll stick with him as the best again here. He beat Flowwater Flow, who's franked that form with the win. But he's back out to barrier 13. He'd been racing well from wide draw. So for the best to beat number 3, All's Well. He raced wide last time from 13. Draws barrier 3 here and stays at 1,400 metres. He's currently the race favourite. 14, Sterling Wong Choi at 7.4 and 1.9. Been racing pretty well in Class 5. Just the fact he's drawn well and has a very light weight in. He's going in for 3rd. And Big Time Generation. First go at 1,400 metres in Hong Kong last time. He was 3rd behind Joy Capital. And expect him to appreciate this grade as he did. He improved about 3 lengths between his first 2 runs in this class. For the best, Paul to beat 3, 14 and 1.
Wide open race. So, look, I've gone for value in this. Number 2, Forza Toro. He's been downgraded. He's at 10 and 4.8. He ran on last start. He wasn't too far away from the leaders there when he did race last time here at Sha Tin. I think he's been running some pretty good races. Only had the 5 starts in Class 3, so thought he was capable of forward showing here. Big Time Generation is his 3rd start in Class 4. He wasn't far away when he was 3rd in that blanket finish last start. The 7, Aero Invincible, I thought could lead, and then the 10, Time to Fire, Zach Purden's mount. No money for him, but look, he was a horse that did win at a big price 2 starts ago. 2, 1, 7 and 10 for me.
On Big Time Generation here. He's a horse that got a nice run in transit last time out, and he looks like he's going to get that same sort of draw again from barrier number 2. Yes, it was a blanket finish, but I thought he was definitely a horse on the improve leading into his last start at 34 to 1 when he was narrowly beaten. So he's on top ahead of All's Well, who's drawn nicely as well in barrier 3 compared to 13 last time out. Covered a lot of ground, stayed on. Got time for 12 as well. That is Smiling Falcon, and the other one that goes in is 10. Time to Fire from an awkward draw. 1, 3, 12 and 10.
I've got the 12 here, playing the value card with Smiling Falcon, who ran well enough there a couple of starts ago when 3rd, albeit at big odds. Last time out he wasn't disgraced either, keeping on behind Gallant Epoch, who's run well again here this afternoon. And well, that run a couple of runs ago was off of 49. He's off a £2 lower here. So in what is, I think, a very open looking race. 12 on top for me at the value play. The top one, Big Time Generation, goes in on the back of his effort last time. He was good, draws a gate here, and he's still very lightly raced. I've got 3 in All's Well, who's in pretty good form. Another one well drawn, and horse 7, that is Aero Invincible. He ran really well one day behind Max Q off 53. He's off a £2 lower here. And he has dropped a couple of pounds since his last effort. 12, 1, 3, 7, Jenny.
I've gone with the 11, Proud Box. His best run to date was on debut when he finished 3rd, but he hasn't been able to back that up, and that was on a yielding surface. The horse has presented well on each occasion. He's a really nicely put together type, so I'm going to give him one more opportunity here. He's got to do it from gate number 11, so hopefully there is something there, but the horse looks really well. He's on top of number 11, All's Well, who looks in good order as well. I couldn't find any faults with him, so he's really fit and healthy, and he gets a good opportunity here. Covered a bit of ground last time as well. Next best is number 14, that is Sterling Wong Choi, who worked quite hard last time, and he still finished in 3rd position. That was in Class 5, up in grade, down in weight, so hopefully that will serve him well. And I thought number 12, Smiling Falcon, actually paraded quite well, so there might be a little bit of value here in the looks department. I've gone 11, 3, 14 and 12. Okay,
thank you, Jenny. Paul, the play, it's quite an open-looking race.
It is. We've got a couple of value plays and a best bet in this, so we'll go Forza Toro is the one I like at a price. Mark likes Positive Smile as his best, and Nick likes Smiling Falcon at an each way price. So 2, 4 and 12. Money coming for Proud Box. He's into 15 to 1, and Sterling Wong Choi is now into 5.9. Lots of money for him.
Okay, All's Well. The favourite has just gone in. Maxime Guillon and Dennis Ship combining here with the son of Frosted. As there's only a couple left to load here, Mark, for the 7th of the afternoon, the Waikuku Handicap.
Thank you, Tom, with the 7 green win in place, the 11 green win in place, and 14 Sterling Wong Choi at 5.8 backed on a win line. Race number 7. The race for the Stewards Cup. 1400 all clear from the back. They're racing. And a good jump from Meaningful Drag and also Aero Invincible. Sterling Wong Choi on the inside. And running 4th is Big Time Generation. 3 wide around then up with Charm from All's Well. Then Lucky Balerian. Aquaman's in that line of horses with Proud Box from Smiling Falcon. Next is Big Return, and a length and a half to Time to Fire from Forza Toro, and from his wide draw, Positive Smile went back to last. It's Aero Invincible, the leader. The outside second is Meaningful Dragon, third Sterling Wong Choi. Fourth is Big Time Generation from Up With Charm Trap wide. Big Returns on the fence from Proud Box, the middle all's well. Then Aquaman, Lucky Balerian from Time to Fire, Forza Toro, Smiling Falcon and Positive Smile. At the 600-metre mark, it's Aero Invincible, 3/4 clear. Meaningful Dragon second. Sterling Wong Choi's had a really good run behind the leader. Big Time Generation coming wider from Proud Box. And then came Big Return, Lucky Balerian and Positive Smile. The leader is Aero Invincible, 300 to go. 2 lengths on Sterling Wong Choi. From the back, Positive Smiles made ground fast. And then came Proud Box. Leader is still Aero Invincible. After him is Positive Smile. They have it between them from Sterling Wong Choi. Positive Smile went up to Aero Invincible and has taken the lead. And David Hayes makes it 3 in a row. And Positive Smile for Keith Young beat home Aero Invincible. Forza Toro through on the inside third from Big Return, Sterling Wong Choi. Then came Lucky Balerian, Time to Fire, Proud Box, Aquaman. All's well. Next in is Smiling Falcon, Meaningful Dragon, Big Time Generation, and Up With Charm. Number 4, Positive Smile, Keith Young and David Hayes. 6.4 and 2.3 from last to first. 7, Aero Invincible, Andrea Razzani at 2.2. And Pierre Rong and third, Forza Toro getting through on the inside. Ellis Wong and Casper Founds at 2.7 a place. He went straight back to last, did Keith. And then he looped the field. He joined in fast. And David Hayes has gone whack, whack, whack. And has Straight Arrow in the next. And if he wins the Stewards Cup, it'll be akin to Kaying Rising getting beaten if he can win 4 in a row with Straight Arrow, Rolling, Romantic Warrior and Voyage Bubble. No matter what happens, it's been a wonderful day for David Hayes. 17 in a row for Kaying Rising. Well, Positive Smiles won 2 in a row now. 121.25. That's been the winning of the race. Set up for the race for the Stewards Cup. 1400 all clear from the back. They're racing. And a good jump from Meaningful Dragon and also Aero Invincible. Sterling Wong Choi on the inside. And running fourth is Big Time Generation. 3 wide around, then Up With Charm from All's Well. Then Lucky Balerian. Aquaman's in that line of horses with Proud Box from Smiling Falcon. Next is Big Return. And a length and a half to Time to Fire from Forza Toro. And from his wide draw, Positive Smile went back to last. It's Aero Invincible, the leader. The outside second is Meaningful Dragon. Third, Sterling Wong Choi. Fourth is Big Time Generation from Up With Charm Trap wide. Big Returns on the fence from Proud Box, the middle all's well. Then Aquaman, Lucky Balerian from Time to Fire, Forza Toro, Smiling Falcon and Positive Smile. At the 600-metre mark, it's Aero Invincible, 3/4 clear. Meaningful Dragon second. Sterling Wong Choi's had a really good run behind the leader. Big Time Generation coming wider from Proud Box. And then came Big Return, Lucky Balerian and Positive Smile. The leader is Aero Invincible, 300 to go. 2 lengths on Sterling Wong Choi. From the back, Positive Smiles made ground fast. And then came Proud Box. Leader is still Aero Invincible. After him is Positive Smile. They have it between them from Sterling Wong Choi. Positive Smile went up to Aero Invincible and has taken the lead. And David Hayes makes it 3 in a row. And Positive Smile for Keith Young beat home Aero Invincible.
Handy win there from Positive Smile. He goes back-to-back 3 weeks on from winning here from a low draw. He's franked the form of Flow Water Flow. Frank, that form the other day, winning it here, and looks an interesting horse for the 4-year-old series maybe later on. And he's been able to come out and win again as Positive Smile. So 4 beating 7 Aero Invincible. He set up some fairly swift sectionals in front there. Did Andrea Razzini. Number 2, Forza Toro. And next in was 8. So Nick, a better run from Big Return.
It was indeed. Tom Yes and Jimmy Orban, Jamie Richards teaming up there, but take nothing away from the winner. Positive Smile, David Hayes and Keith Young combining here for the victory, and the horse doing it very nicely in the end at the line. 64.50 and 23 is what he pays. The runner-up was Aero Invincible at $22, number 7. Third, number 2, Forza Toro, 27.50, keeping on there for third, and fourth, number 8, and that was Big Return, an improved effort from him. 186 the Quinella, forecast 525, the TS 2,968, and the trio returns $593 there, 3/4 of a length in the end. Was the margin of victory. Positive Smile Took a little while, Jenny, to win the first one, but he's now gone back-to-back.
He's done it really well, hasn't he? A really patient ride there by Keith Young too. He was last coming into the straight. He was last throughout most of it, actually. So the horses just been able to get some clear running when they turned into the straight and they fanned. He was able to get through quite easily, and he's gone on to win 2 on the trot. So a really solid performance and a running treble there for David Hayes.
Yeah, certainly on fire this afternoon is the Hayes stable there, Paul. He won from barrier 3 last start, so he can win from the inside, and he's also come out and said, I can win from the outside too.
Yeah, look, he was running some consistent races without too much luck from wide draws, and then he's had that win. It's obviously confidence boosting. He's now come out and won 2 in a row. Era Invincible led as we thought, and he set up some pretty good sectionals. He stayed on there for second, and Forza Toro, I'll stick with him. He was the one I liked at a bit of value, and he ran on and managed to snatch third, just in front of an improved big return.
A little bit to watch there, Jenny. All's well found some trouble there in the straight. Lucky Valerian covered some ground. There were a few that were well out of it. Well, Proud Box also covered ground, but horses like Up With Charm, there was one other, and also Big Time Generation, they dropped out tamely. Probably want to check the report there with them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's obviously a little bit to look for on the replay, and of course Meaningful Dragon was first up for a while as well. He's had a few issues there. Showed some good speed, but wasn't able to go on with it towards the end. But I agree with Paul. Forza Toro was a good run. The winner was very good, so you know, there's obviously a nice future for him. And Sterling Wong Choi wasn't disgraced in 5th.
Did he look better, Forza Toro, considering he was stripping a fair bit of weight today?
He looked pretty much the same. I've got to say, he's been clipped out. He was nice and relaxed, and he would have been 5th pick actually. So he actually did parade well.
Nice enough run there, Nick, from Aero Invincible, considering he's had to sort of do it at both ends, because he set up some fairly swift sectionals in front there.
He did, yeah. Look, and you know, all of his form, he's winning form anyhow, has been course and distance, and he's placed a couple of times as well. So another nice placing for him, and he's certainly off a mark where he can get competitive. He's proven that in the past, so he's definitely one to keep an eye on, I'm sure.
Keith Young weighing in for win number 9 this season.
It was indeed. Well done to Keith. Off they go. Let's have a look at the patrol, shall we? The winner jumped from an outside stall in those burgundy colours, going forward in the green sleeves. Then to settle in front, we've got Meaningful Dragon, one of the prominent racers, in company with Aero Invincible. Pink headgear on settling down. Just in behind those runners is Big Time Generation as they settle into some sort of order here. Up With Charm just in behind the pacemakers. You've also got Proud Box, but he's a little bit wide here, being followed by Smiling Falcon further back. Sterling Wong Choi, another of the greys on the inside. All's Well pocketed away midfield with Big Return, who eventually runs 4th. That's him in the gold sleeves, back in about 6th or 7th place at this stage. In behind those runners then, further back, we've got Aquaman. The winner's absolute last at this stage. Forza Toro is also a good way back, and Time to Fire is another one towards the rear of the field. But Keith just trying to extricate himself into a bit of racing room here, Jenny.
Yeah, look, he is, and it just comes very naturally for him as they fanned there. He got clear running, and he hasn't spent a penny so far, and now he asked him for an effort. He's a last start winner, so fitness wasn't going to be an issue. He does want to lay in, and you can see Keith's got the whip in the right hand there, but there's nothing to knock down, so he can continue to do that. No real issue for him. Definite excuses for Proud Box. Gosh, he covered a lot of ground. He'll sleep well.
He certainly will. One or two of them coming in at decent old intervals there. Meaningful Dragon and Big Time Generation. Up With Charm. Ultimately a good way off them in the end.
Yeah, I'd be checking the Stewards report with Big Time Generation. Didn't look to travel well throughout. They've weighed in 4 and 7. Quinella Place $67, 2 and 4 $93, 2 and 7 $92. Any 2 in the first 3 for the Quinella Place. 525 for the forecast to 4 and 7. Wrapping up the first 4, 5,167, 2478. Quartet, the return for the quartet on race number 7 is 61,762, 472 and 8. The double, 1 and 4. Kaying Rising into a Positive Smile. David Hayes double, $52, 1-7 Consolation, $13.50. 1,888 for the third double trio, First leg was easy as 1, 2, 3 and a 2, 4, 7 in the second leg. Triple trio, one of the smaller triple trios we've seen, 71,294, 3, 5, 11, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 7. Consolation, there's not much there as well, $172. And the times coming through. 13.24 was inside standard, 13.45. A swift second section, 21.27, standard 21.75. 23.10, standard 23.4 in home, and 23.64 outside standard 23.4. 121.25 was 3/4 of a second inside standard, 122 even.
Voyage Bubble, he wins the Stewards Cup. Voyage Bubble, he put them away. Voyage Bubble, 31 years on since River Vernon. He's a Triple Crown victor. He's a Triple Crown champion. Voyage Bubble. Voyage Bubble lifts on the inside. He's coming back. He is too good, Voyage Bubble. He's back, and he is back in style. What a horse, Romantic Warrior. It's history. It's cup number 4. The Warrior in name, Warrior in nature. He's a Triple Crown victor, Voyage Bubble. He's coming back. He is too good, Voyage Bubble. He's lifted, and Burton gets a Group 1 double. It's Romantic Warrior, Chen Glory. The leader, though, is Romantic Warrior. He's 3 in front. It's history. It's cup number 4. The Warrior. In the meantime, Little My Wish charged to the lead from co-partner Prance. My Wish, Group 3 first up, Group 2 second up. He wins the Jartin Trophy. Galaxy Patch on the far side. Galaxy Patch, ripper of a McDonald ride. Galaxy Patch from either.
Places to hide now.
No, there's not. I mean, it's a great set too, this, isn't it? And it's great to have. Obviously, what we've just witnessed with Kaiying Rising was one thing. I mean, sheer dominance. But we've got a different proposition here, i.e. we've got 2 absolute champions taking each other on.
Yeah, definitely. 1.2 versus 4.7.
Yeah.
So there's I don't think so. Red Lion did beat Voyage Bubble. Yeah. So he's drawn barrier 1 and he looks the leader. So he might be a little bit of overs at 35 and 3.9 a place. More so the 3.9 a place.
Yeah, legitimate Group 1 winner, of course, and winning the Champions. Oh, there is the trophy that they're racing for, Tom. Wonderful bit of silverware. And, well, can't wait for this race. It looks an absolute cracker.
Guys, of course, it is the first leg of the Triple Crown, and he's just got that tactical speed, Jenny, that if they do turn it into a dawdle, he's a horse that 10 out of 10 times he'll run past whatever's in front of him, Romantic Warrior.
Oh, look, yes, he's just got that, will to win type of attitude. He's such a fantastic racehorse, so hopefully he'll be able to show us that all again here today.
Let's kick off with the horse who did win at Group 1 level last season, Red Lion, when he defeated Voyage Bubble by a short margin, of course, in the FWD Champions Mile, and he almost ran a career best again last time out, Jenny, behind Voyage Bubble, beaten 2 1/4.
Yeah, it was a really good performance, wasn't it? So he's drawn gate number 1. He might be able to get an economical type of run here, but I don't know that he can beat the 2 more favoured runners. He does look good though for him. He's always been a little plainer than a few of the others, and he's bandaged on those hindquarters. He does walk out freely. He maintains his condition. He always carries that little bit of weight around the tummy area there, but his attitude is good, and he's a little wintry but healthy.
Okay, that is Red Lion. It'd be great to see him run a race here. We wish the Arcullies the very best with him here today. Here is Voyage Bubble, Jenny, the Triple Crown winner of last season. Zach Purton's on for Ricky Yu.
Yeah, look, he's heading my direction now, so I'll get a good look at him for the 30th time. I've seen him plenty. He's so relaxed. I love his attitude, Voyage Bubble. He's just such a gentleman. He's a big, tall, scopy, strong-bodied horse. He does walk out well once again. I can't see anything wrong with that action for him. And he looks nice and strong all over and healthy and just so cool, calm and collected. So he's good.
Voyage Bubble for the sunshine and moonlight syndicate. There's plenty of sunshine around this afternoon. It is a spectacular day. Here's the World Pool favourite, 1.3 Romantic Warrior, an 11-time Group 1 winner, Jenny. Demoralised them last time out, of course, in the Hong Kong Cup there behind Bellagio Opera. How's he looking?
Well, there's only one change. They've clipped him out. He's just got rid of his winter coat there, but that coat that's coming through is terrific, and he's got the 2 handlers on him as per usual, behaving himself very, very nicely. He's always had a good attitude, this horse, and I'll just get a little closer to him just to make sure everything is in perfect condition for him. Yeah, walking out freely, nice and healthy. Absolutely nothing wrong with him, behaving himself well, enjoying a bit of a stroll around on this beautiful sunny day. He's good.
Yeah, there he is, Warrior by name, Warrior by nature. Wonderful racer. For our viewers in the UK, he has won somewhere in the region of £24.3 million in total prize money. He is extraordinary. That equates to somewhere in the region of 240 million Hong Kong dollars. It's the print is that small on the race card. You can barely read it. Here is 3 Lucky Swainess, Jenny, Derek Lung and Manfred Mann. First go at the trip is fascinating for a horse who's won 16 from 30.
Yeah, look, he's a lovely, relaxed type of horse, as always in the parade. A few little lumps and bumps over his rump area there. We sometimes see that when the weather is sort of changing here in Hong Kong, but he looks healthy enough. He does require a little loosen up in front, but he has for quite some time. That's just his normal action these days. But he is fit, he's nice and relaxed, he looks healthy, so he's good. He's bandaged on all 4.
1600, obviously a big question mark. Derek Long saying maybe 1400 metres is his best opportunity, but at this sort of level, there's not many opportunities for him. Beauty Joy made an appearance at Happy Valley last time out, Jenny, in the January Cup, was beaten 4.5 there. Got a bit keen again last start. He can certainly do that.
He can, and he can also pick up prize money in some of these big races as well. Now, he has got those synthetic hooves on both of those front feet, but he's walking out well. He looks nice and fit. He never carries any excess condition. Very placid and relaxed in the parade. Hopefully he'll behave himself in the race. He has got a bit of a light mouth, but he's been better as he's got older.
Yeah, the Kwok family put an immense amount of money into the sport, and always great to see their colours victorious. With this 9-year-old, though, it might just be a little bit of a bridge too far against some of this competition today, perhaps. Galaxy Patch, Jenny, he was 3rd in that Kaiying Rising trial. Maxime Guillon riding a big ride for Maxime.
Sure is. Yeah, look, he's a horse that obviously needs things to go his way. He's a get-back, run-on type, so he needs speed on. He needs circumstances to suit, and he needs luck in running. He's a very scopy type of horse. He looks nice and healthy. He's walking out freely, and he's just got a long, scopy body on him, so he looks good by his standards.
Again, he was running on last start. Galaxy Patch. Maxime Guillon, of course, picks up the ride today for Pierre Ung through the World Pool. He is 26-1. He was off at 7.6 last time out in the International Mile. Here we go with the straight. Aaron and David Hayes, Dylan Brown, McMonagle picking up the ride here. He rode him in a trial up at Chungfa. The blinkers are off, the visor being reapplied.
Yeah, the trial was quite good, actually. He looks in pretty good order. Obviously, he's done a little bit of stable moving over the years. He's now a 7-year-old and he's back with David Hayes. The horse looks strong and healthy. He looks to be walking out freely. He's nice and alert, got the ears pricked, and he's behaving himself, so he's good.
Okay, that's a good report for Straight Aaron, who's a really solid horse in his own right. He's won a couple of Group 2s and a Group 3. He stays very well. Here's My Wish. Mark Noonan, Alexi Bedell is back on board today. He's ridden him once for 1 win, Jenny. He's won his latest trial at Happy Valley.
Yeah, look, he's obviously got Alexi on board, and this horse, he's never been a strong body type. You look at him from behind and he doesn't have a great deal of strength in those hind quarters, and total weight is 1,018 pounds. But he's walking out freely enough. He's got a really nice nature. His health's good. He's got a nice shine to his coat. And because he carries no excess, he looks really, really fit. So I could leave him there on a place line.
Okay, that is My Wish. And he was, I think, just a shade disappointing last time out. The final runner is Sunlight Power, and he was down on the worst part of the track that day, Jenny, and never really made any inroads at all. I'm prepared to give him a wee forgive off that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's been a good horse. He's sort of flown under the radar a little bit, this guy. He's quite keen and eager. He's got really good body strength. Just getting on his toes a little bit now, but he's been good prior to this. And I think he's an interesting runner. I think he could pick up some prize money the way he presents. He maintains his looks really well.
Okay, that is Sunlight Power. Yeah, he's a talented horse in his day, that's for sure. Not forgetting he placed in a Champions Mile not so long ago. The best groomed has been adjudged to be Romantic Warrior here, Paul.
Yeah, he has, and no surprises there as well.
Okay, let's head down to Jack Dorling, who's standing by with the owner of Romantic Warrior. It's Peter Lau.
Peter Lau, Romantic Warrior is here in the Stewards Cup. You must be looking forward to seeing him over the mile again.
Exciting, and Stewards Cup is one of the very few cup which we have not won before, so it's meaningful.
There aren't many races he hasn't won, but it'd be nice to hopefully tick it off the list.
Yes, very much.
And how do you see the race panning out tactically? I suppose, where would you like Romantic Warrior to?
I think 3rd or 4th would be best because he has some speed and his turn of foot is also tremendous. So I think I will be very happy within the first 4.
And you must have so much pride watching him on the big stage like this and keep turning up like he has.
Yes, as usual, many times.
Thank you. Well, best of luck, Peter, and hopefully he can do it for you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Jack, and lovely to hear there from Peter Lau. I wonder if it's been an interesting dynamic in the household, Jenny, with Peter having Romantic Warrior and his partner Suki having My Wish here.
My Wish, yes. So clash coming up for the owners here, but look, I think Romantic Warrior is going to be very hard to beat, and he looked fantastic as he often does in the parade. So he's on top for me. Voyage Bubble is next best. These are the quality horses. There's no two ways about it. I think they'll battle it out. I've gone that way as far as looks go. I thought the 9 horse was entitled to go in on looks. He's very strong. He's maintained his condition really well. So we'll see whether or not he can pick up a nice prize money check here. And the 7 horse Straight Aaron, I thought David Hayes had him looking in pretty good order as well. So both of these are at big odds. I don't think they can beat either of the top 2 here, but they do look well. So 1, 2, 9 and 7.
Thank you, Jenny. 1, 2, 9 and 7. There is Voyage Bubble heading down to the start. Red line, Galaxy Patch in the background, slightly on his toes. 1.4 here marked through the whirlpool. Romantic Warrior back to 1,600 metres for him. Does he get the job done, you think, over Voyage Bubble?
Think so, Tom, but wouldn't be surprised to see Voyage Bubble really push him. Looks a great clash coming up, and to think we've had Kaying Rising equal with 17 wins already today. Silent Witness, and now we've got this to look forward to. He has had the 3 goes at 1,600 for 2 wins and a placing. Has Romantic Warrior. Hasn't raced over a mile since winning the Yasuda Kinnan, but he's just so good. He should be able to do it. Mind you, Voyage Bubble's the absolute king of the mile. 7-time winner. He was beaten unbelievably by Red Lion back to last April. One to beat two. They are just both wonderful horses, as we know. 1.3, 4.2. They're dominating the betting, which is not surprising. Going to put Red Lion in for third. He did run third behind Voyage Bubble last time and did it tough. He'll get a great run on the rail here from barrier number 1, and it's just going to follow the speed everywhere. It has a win over Voyage Bubble, of course, in April. He goes in for third, and then really wanted to put Sunlight Power in with Tom. Prepared to forgive him last time, but My Wish from barrier number 2 is going to get the nod just in front of him. I don't think Sunlight Power should be 50. Can bounce back to what he'd been doing in the races before that. He won't be too far away come the end of this. 1, 2, 5, 8 pull for the Stewards Cup.
On with the same number, same order. 1, 2, 5, 8. Romantic Warrior to beat Voyage Bubble. Will be a great clash down the straight. The leader, Red Lion, will be there for a long period of the race. And then My Wish, if he can bounce back. 1, 2, 5, 8.
With 1, 2, 8 and 6. Romantic Warrior, if it turns into a sit and sprint affair, he can run over the top of them all day, every day, Romantic Warrior. That's not to say Voyage Bubble is going to be an easy beat here by any stretch in this 1,600 metre contest. He's obviously got maybe slight advantage being at the 1,600 metres, where Romantic Warrior has to come back from the 2,000 metres. But we know he's all classes Romantic Warrior, looking for his 12th Group 1 victory and his first in this race as well, a race that they haven't normally targeted in the past, but they've certainly made it known they wish to go on and certainly try and win the Triple Crown this year to emulate what Voyage Bubble did last season. So 1 to beat 2. He looked beaten last time out to Voyage Bubble when obviously Soul Rush moved up, clearly headed him. He fought back so tenaciously. Throwing in My Wish for third. Probably a little below par last time out, slightly disappointing there. Maybe one place further back than ideally intended when he sort of got shuffled back sort of off midfield there. Nothing wrong with his trial at Happy Valley. I'm going to throw in Sunlight Power. He has now been backed on a place line here. I think a complete forget last time out. Clearly in the wrong part of the track. His prior runs were very sound, and Vincent Ho and Ricky Yu teaming up with Sunlight Power. 1, 2, 8, 6.
Look, I've gone 1 as well. 1, 2, 5, 8 are my numbers here. Obviously, I think the top 2 are the ones to be with. They've run 56 times collectively for 32 wins. Obviously, numerous Group and Grade 1s amongst them as well, and just 2 superstar horses. So, Romantic Warrior for me on top, of course. 3 years ago, he ran in both the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, ran second to Golden 60 in both of them. So, having another crack here at the Stewards Cup in a bid to win the Triple Crown. Voyage Bubble in for second here. Triple Crown winner, of course, last season. He's a wonderful horse, and he's looking for his 13th win. He's won 7 times, as mentioned. Half of his starts over course and distance have been successes. So I've got an 8-year-old over a 7-year-old. They're amazing, their longevity. The 5 in for third, that's Red Lion. He's a Group 1 winner, of course. Another 7-year-old in the contest, draws 1. Hopefully on his best form, he'll give a bold sight, I'm sure. Even if it is, you know, sort of best of the rest behind the top 2. And 8, My Wish goes in for 4th. This horse, he's a very talented horse. Obviously, he was a top 4-year-old, and he's trialled nicely enough for this. And he's the youngest runner in the field at the age of 5, would you believe? 1, 2, 5 and 8, Jenny.
Yeah, look, it's hard to go past Romantic Warrior. He paraded beautifully. He's been clipped out. That coat that's coming through is good. He's always been beautifully put together, and he's got a great attitude too. So it hasn't changed one bit. He goes on top of number 2, Voyage Bubble. He paraded well too. He's such a calm, relaxed, big, strong type of horse. Nothing fazed him in the parade. He looks well. Next best, number 9, Sunlight Power. So we'll see whether or not he can step up and pick up a nice prize money check here. He's awkwardly drawn in gate 9, so he'll need a bit to go his way, but he does look good. He's very strong and healthy. And the 7, I thought Straight Aaron actually presented quite well. It's been a while since we've seen the best of him. Hopefully we can get him back to you know, somewhere when he first arrived over. He looked really quite good in the early days, but hasn't gone on with it. 1, 2, 9 and 7.
Shot of connections there are taking their places in the stand. There is Voyage Bubble on screen, Paul. He's the second leg. Are you surprised there's such a big gulf in the Whirlpool market between the favourite, Romantic Warrior at 1.4 and Voyage Bubble at 3.8?
Not really, because Romantic Warrior is such a people's horse. I know Voyage Bubble can be as well, but the favourite has been so well backed here. Romantic Warrior at 1.4. He is coming in a little bit, Voyage Bubble 3.8. We'll do the play 1 to beat 2, then 5 or 8 in the test, which is Red Lion at 25s or My Wish at 10s. Actually, Red Lion's coming in for a bit of support now. He's into 22. Sunlight Power has come into 5 on a place line, and he's been backed in Quinellas, but just about every runner has Sunlight Power. So he's the one at a price that's been backed.
In terms of the speed as well, Paul, how did you see it working out? Because tactically on paper there doesn't appear to be a lot of pace in the race. So who's going to blink first out of McDonald and Purton?
Yeah, I think what will happen is Red Lion will lead from barrier number 1. Voyage Bubble will come across, and Romantic Warrior will just follow Voyage Bubble into the race and just follow him all the way. I think that's what the plan will be.
How close in the run do you think, Jenny, My Wish will be with Alexi Badel aboard here this afternoon? Because he did get shuffled back into a position probably a little further back than he's ideally used to last start in the Longines, the Hong Kong Mile.
Yeah, look, from gate number 2, hopefully he can jump on terms, and that gives him a great option just to sit in behind, you know, the likes of Voyage Bubble and Romantic Warrior, and just have the sit on them and also get a bit of cover. So he won't be far off if he jumps well.
Exactly, and look, I didn't put them in for that reason. I just think they probably won't get the race run to suit. Some of these smaller fields, it can be a real muddling pace.
Certainly can be. So we've got Group 1 winners galore in this Stewards Cup of the 2026. Romantic Warrior, an 11-time Group 1 winner. Voyage Bubble, a 6-time Group 1 winner. Lucky Swainess just going into the gates, trying 1600 for the first time. He's a 4-time Group 1 winner. And Red Lion, a sole Group 1 winner of the FWD Champions Mile, going it back to April of last year. Through the whirlpool, Romantic Warriors at 1.4, 3.8 about Voyage Bubble as the favourite. Drifts out now to 1.5 with our race caller for the Stewards Cup. It's Mark McNamara.
Thank you, Tom. There's good money, My Wish. He's in at 6.5 as he goes into barrier 2. And they are ready for the Stewards Cup. Racing in the Stewards Cup. Romantic Warrior began well. Speed off the inside from Red Lion, My Wish. And Lucky Swainess outside the quartet up front. Voyage Bubble looking to push through and keep Romantic wide early from Galaxy Patch, Beauty Joy. About 2 or 3 lengths to Straight Aaron and Sunlight Power as last. Almost a line of 4. Red Lion, My Wish, Lucky Swainess and Romantic Warriors in that group 2. Then came Galaxy Patch and Voyage Bubble. Next is Beauty Joy from Straight Aaron and Sunlight Power, 2.5 lengths away last of all. Lucky Swainess past the 1,000-metre mark, allowed rain and rolls to the top. Red Lion second, My Wish third, and Romantic Warrior 3 wide. So McDonald sends him forward, but he is wide around that first bend. Voyage Bubble follows him. Then came My Wish getting a shuffle up from Beauty Joy. Galaxy Patch, Sunlight Power takes off, and back amongst the tail enders, Straight Aaron, but there's only 4 lengths over the field. Lucky Swainess leads. Romantic Warrior 1 off and 3 wide. Voyage Bubble. Sunlight Power next from My Wish, and then came Red Lion. It's the big 2. Romantic Warrior. Voyage Bubble's about a half a length away from Lucky Swainess and Sunlight Power. He hasn't moved, McDonald. Romantic Warrior, 2:20 to go, leads Lucky Swainess. Voyage Bubble's all done, and then Sunlight Power, but it's Romantic Warrior. 100 metres to go over a game. Lucky Swainess and Voyage Bubble, and now this great horse at the Stewards Cup, Romantic Warrior. What an animal. He beat home Lucky Swainess, and maybe Voyage Bubble kicked on for third from either My Wish or Sunlight Power. Then Beauty Joy, Galaxy Patch, Straight Aaron, and Red Lion is the last one in. What a horse. Remarkable. 1.5 and 1. 1,600 metres. Credit to Lucky Swainess trying the distance for the first time. He's got a super race, but he's chasing a champion, and Voyage Bubble's kicked on for third, but he was never a factor. They've gone 132.6, which is well inside standard. Standard's 133.9, and he has jogged it. There is nothing this horse can't do. And now he's added to a trophy cabinet full of silverware, a Stewards Cup, with ease. It's 132. The numbers are in the frame. And the first leg of the Triple Crown, which took 30 years before Voyage Bubble was able to win it off River Verdon last season, could go 2 in a row, because we know how well he races over 2,000 metres. We know he can get 2,400 metres. The 1,600 might have been the question mark of the first 3. Well, as Nick is about to join James McDonald, there was never a worry in the world. He was wide around the first bend. And it's you two again, Nick. This horse is just something else.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mark. Always a pleasure, never a chore to chat to J-Mac after winning on this horse. He really is like a fine wine, isn't he? He's 8 now, James, and that's probably as good as we've ever seen from him.
Yeah, he's incredible. I said it a month ago. He's a horse of a lifetime. His demeanour, his courage, his will to win. It's just in spades, you know. He's just incredible.
He is, isn't he? Peter said beforehand to Jack Dorling that he wanted a Stewards Cup. You fulfilled that dream for him.
Yeah, well, he's been a bit unlucky over the past, but bumped into a very good horse. But he's a warrior. He's a warrior.
Nice way to start a bid for a Triple Crown.
Yeah, for sure. It's a long way to go, but the first one's ticked off.
James, enjoy this again. Well done.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
5 as he goes into barrier 2. And they are ready for the Stewards Cup. Racing in the Stewards Cup. Romantic Warrior began well. Speed off the inside from Red Lion, My Wish. And Lucky Swayness outside the quartet up front. Voyage Bubble looking to push through and keep Romantic wide early from Galaxy Patch Beauty Joy. About 2 or 3 lengths to Straight Aaron and Sunlight Power is last. Almost a line of 4. Red Lion, My Wish, Lucky Swayness and Romantic Warriors in that group too. Then came Galaxy Patch and Voyage Bubble. Next is Beauty Joy from Straight Aaron and Sunlight Power, 2.5 lengths away last of all. Lucky Swayness past the 1,000-metre mark, allowed rain and rolls to the top. Red Lion second, My Wish third, and Romantic Warrior 3 wide. So McDonald sends him forward, but he is wide around that first bend. Voyage Bubble follows him. Then came My Wish getting a shuffle up from Beauty Joy. Galaxy Patch, Sunlight Power takes off. And back amongst the tail enders, Straight Aaron, but there's only 4 lengths over the field. Lucky Swayness leads. Romantic Warrior 1 off and 3 wide. Voyage Bubble. Sunlight Power next from My Wish, and then came Red Lion. It's the big 2. Romantic Warrior. Voyage Bubble's about a 1/2 length away from Lucky Swayness and Sunlight Power. He hasn't moved, McDonald. Romantic Warrior, 2:20 to go. Leads Lucky Swayness. Voyage Bubble's all done. And then Sunlight Power, but it's Romantic Warrior. 100 metres to go. Over a game, Lucky Swayness and Voyage Bubble. And now this great horse at the Stewards Cup. Romantic Warrior. What?
1 3/4 lengths, the official margin. They're 8 years of age and just continues to race as well as he ever has Romantic Warrior for his 12th Group 1 victory here this afternoon. Pockets another $7.28 million to go on top of the already 240 million Hong Kong dollars there, Paul. And Danny Shum again just time in, time out, handles this horse to absolute perfection, peaking at all of the right times.
Yeah, doesn't he? And it doesn't matter what distance either. You know, he's come back to the 1,600 metres. He's returned 15.50 and 10.50. Good run from Lucky Swayness, 45.50 and 11.50 there for Voyage Bubble. And a dead heat for 4th. There it is on screen there at the moment. And that's between My Wish and Sunlight Power. The Quinella 1 and 3, 275. The TS 132, 1,139. And the 1, 2, 3 trio, 135. And what do we say, Jenny? We didn't know what to say about Kaying Rising, and I don't know what to say about Romantic Warrior. We just say the same things every time. He just keeps lifting.
Yeah, he's the gift that keeps giving, isn't he? He's unbelievable. What a horse, Romantic Warrior. Brings up his 21st win. And he's just done that with absolute ease. Gee, James McDonald was just sitting on him so comfortably. He just had the hands softly on his neck. He asked him for a little effort. He lifted a little bit. He saw how far he was in front off the big screen and eased him down again. It was just too easy.
Certainly was. And he's beaten in that race, Jenny, 2 horses, the likes of Voyage Bubble and Red Lion, who are both Group 1 mile winners here in Hong Kong, and has made them look second rate here this afternoon.
Look, he has, and at the ripe old age of 8, he's still at his top peak. He's just continuing to do well. 132.6, where does that run along amongst the records here?
Well,
that's
standard
a good time.
For this is 133.9, and they've run 132.60 here for the 1,600 metres. So Precious Ship has the all-time 1,600 metre course record on a good to firm surface of 132.24. So they're not too far outside that at all with 132.6 there. Voyage Bubble, Paul, covered a bit of ground there, and race probably didn't ideally work out for him, and there was a lot more pace than probably most people expected in the contest too.
Well, there's 4 across the track at the start. The Lucky Sweynesse went forward, first time over 1600. He ran a terrific race. You know, even Galaxy Patch wasn't too far away at one stage. Sunlight Power, he had clear excuses. He was 3, 4, 5 wide coming round the bend in the small field as well. So excuses for him, and he ended up dead heading for 4th. My Wish was forward early, but then got shuffled back as well. So we did say at the start it would be a muddling pace. It was strong, but it was still muddling.
It was strong pace, Jenny, but as Paul mentioned, muddling there because there was probably only 4.5 lengths, if that, covering them down the side of the course too.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you know, no one really wanted to go and lead, and then because of that, this horse was caught 3 wide in the early stages, and Voyage Bubble was behind him, and once he got across and sat one off the fence just outside the lead, then Voyage Bubble was caught wide, and the horse that did it the toughest was the 4th, or one of the dead heaters running 4th, and Sunlight Power covered a lot of ground, so he's run well.
Yeah, I think you can upgrade his run again, Paul, and just showed that as we all know, that where he was down on the inside of the track International Day was the last place he wanted to be.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you've seen a lot of winners come that were down there. Majestic Valor immediately springs to mind, and they've come out and run really well since. So it was a good run, full of merit for him, and he'll win a race. I think he'll win a Group 3 or something. Sunlight Power. He's good enough to do that.
Yeah, absolutely he is, and he's run a bottler here this afternoon. He copped a bit of a check down the side, Jenny. Did Galaxy Patch at about the 600 or thereabouts, I think.
Okay, well, I'll have another look at that. But I thought the ride on Lucky Sweynesse was particularly good because he's a horse that is renowned for laying in. So once he was sort of stuck out there and he had the opportunity to go forward and get to the fence, that takes the laying in out of it pretty much, because he's got the rail to be guided by, and he ran a really good race, so he looks to be back to somewhat near his best.
He certainly ran a lot better than I thought he was going to run today, Paul, over the 1,200 metres.
16, you mean?
16,
sorry.
Yeah,
stepping up to the 16 for the first time. He'd run over 1,400 in the past and ran a 5th, but this up to the 16 was a completely new experience for him. Madonna Mia, the dam, she was a star though, so there is a bit of blood in there to suggest that 1,600 would have been okay, and obviously it was today.
Yep, certainly was. Yeah, we'll have a look back at the patrol at some point with Galaxy Patch. We've got the presentation coming up shortly. There is Peter Lau with Suki Tang.
董事杯頒獎儀式現在開始。
Ladies and gentlemen, the trophy presentation of the Stewards Cup will now commence.
各位馬迷，可唔可以俾啲歡呼聲嚟聽下？表現實在係無懈可擊啊！哇！浪漫勇士喺沙田馬場勝出3冠大賽，首關董事杯，另一匹世界級馬王1級賽頭馬嘅紀錄增加至12場，恭喜晒浪漫勇士！ That was absolutely amazing! Romantic Warrior has won the first leg of the Triple Crown, the Group 1 Stewards Cup. Success is a record extending 12th at Group 1 level for our global champion. 呢個時候，我哋有請香港賽馬會主席廖長江先生咧，就將董事杯以及小型獎杯頒發俾我哋勝出頭馬浪漫勇士嘅馬主劉柏輝先生㗎。Our club chairman, the Honourable Martin Lau, is now presenting the Stewards Cup to Mr. Peter Lau Pak Fei, the winning owner of Romantic Warrior. 跟住咧就有我哋嘅小型獎杯。 咁我哋有請唐小姐代表接受嘅。Also our miniature received on behalf by Miss Tong. Congratulations！ 繼續我哋有請主席將小型獎杯頒發俾我哋勝出馬匹嘅練馬師沈澤成先生。Chairman is now presenting the miniature to winning trainer Danny Shum. Congratulations！ 最後我哋有請主席將小型獎杯頒俾我哋勝出馬匹嘅騎師麥道朗。And lastly, our chairman is presenting the miniature to our winning jockey James McDonald. Huge congratulations once again for that spectacular win. Let's all remain on stage for a group photo looking right at the front at all our media friends and all our fans here today. Come on, let's hear it again for Romantic Warrior! 再次恭喜晒浪漫勇士 Thank you so much！ 多謝晒我哋台上咁多位，多謝晒，亦都再次恭喜晒各位嘉賓。我哋嘅頒獎儀式已經係圓滿結束，隨住董事杯冠軍嘅誕生，本年度香港三冠大賽正式揭幕。3月1號將會舉行第2場賽事花旗銀行香港金杯，而最後一場賽事渣打冠軍暨遮打杯將會喺5月24號舉行，所以大家千祈唔好錯過。Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the trophy presentation. Please be reminded that the City Hong Kong Gold Cup, second leg of the Triple Crown and the Standard Chartered Champion Chater Cup, third leg of the Triple Crown will take place at Sha Tin Racecourse on 1st of March and 24th of May. Don't miss out and see you then.